With the White House seemingly in a state of constant chaos all week long, President Trump tried to get back on track by turning to policy, announcing new trade tariffs are coming soon against imports of steel and aluminum. The result? The president angered Republicans, and the stock market immediately tanked.
What's been allowed to go on for decades is disgraceful. It's disgraceful.
It was another miscalculation for a West Wing that is reeling after days of bombshells, from the resignation of Communications Director Hope Hicks to the security clearance downgrade for the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. One of the latest damaging reports, a New York Times investigation revealing Kushner's family received hundreds of millions of dollars in loans after the president's son-in-law held meetings with financial heavy hitters.
Jared's still a valued member of the administration, and he's going to continue to focus on the work that he's been doing.
White House Chief of Staff John Kelly offered some four-star deadpan as the retired general rolled his eyes and joked that he should not have left his previous job as Secretary of Homeland Security.
One of the great honors of my life, being the Secretary of Homeland Security, but I did something wrong and God punished me, I guess.
White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci, who was fired by Kelly, blasted the Chief of Staff, saying the general has lost control of the West Wing.
If the current situation and the current culture inside the administration stays exactly the way it is, and there's literally no change, there will be a lot more departures. Yeah, the morale is at an all-time low, and it's trending lower.
Sources tell CNN the president is outraged over the staff turmoil, but he's also directing his fury at Attorney General Jeff Sessions, who appears determined to push back on the president's attempts to politicize the Russia investigation inside the Justice Department. The Washington Post reported the president has referred to Sessions as the short-sighted elderly cartoon character Mr. Magoo.
Does the president want to get rid of his Attorney General?
Not that I know of.
But the White House chaos is something Mr. Trump's GOP rivals warned about during the campaign.
Donald, is great at the one-liners, but he's a chaos candidate, and he'd be a chaos president. He would not be the commander-in-chief we need to keep our country safe.
Even when the president tries substance, he raises eyebrows, like advocating the death penalty for drug dealers, the kind of punishment handed out in less democratic countries.
The drug dealers, the drug pushers, they're really doing damage. They're really doing damage. Some countries have a very, very tough penalty, the ultimate penalty.
And conservatives are still cringing after the president's comments on gun control, when he said firearms should be confiscated from mentally ill people before they've had any due process.
Take the guns first, go through due process second.
The NRA didn't like the sound of that.
One of the things that NRA leadership stressed to the president on Sunday is that due process must be respected.